A guy who had his 15 minutes of fame back in 2012 is back as a household conversation. After the release of Netflix's The Most Hated Man on the Internet, it's got people remembering the phenomenon that was revenge porn during the early 2010s. And let's face it, Hunter Moore may be one of the most famous, terrible people from that time, but what about his followers? How did he get so many people to be on his side while exploiting the private property of so many women and even a lot of men? Well, let's start with, who is Hunter Moore? Well, for starts, he grew up in Woodland, California. There he attended and was expelled from Woodland Christian School, no surprise there, and eventually went on the start of a website called Is Anyone Up? Now, the site actually had a completely different intention and was originally meant to be a clubbing website. However, he later posted a naked picture of a girl he was dating from that time. When he checked back on the site a week later, he saw that the photo had a whopping 14,000 hits. From there, he decided to keep that flow going and to keep uploading naked photos of all the girls he could get a hold of. At the site's peak, it was an estimated 350,000 users a day went on the site, and he was making up to $30,000 a month on advertising revenue. He was thriving off of the exploitation of sharing nude photos on his site. Not only that, when victims would reach out to him and beg him to take them down, he would just screenshot the requests and post it on his site for him and his followers to laugh at and ridicule. In 2012, the site was finally taken down and users were redirected to an anti-bullying site when they would look it up. In February 2015, Hunter Moore pleaded guilty to felony charges for aggravated identity theft and aiding and abetting in an unauthorized access of a computer. Additionally, he was forced to undergo a mental health evaluation while in jail, pay a $2,000 fine, a restitution fee of $145.70, and had 3 years of supervised release once he was free to go. In 2021, Hunter tweeted, "You know my name, not my story. You've heard what I've done, not what I've been through." Now, something that's been on my mind is how about the followers of his quote-unquote cult that enabled his behavior? Yeah, he facilitated this hate and exploitation, but he wasn't exactly being told from everyone that what he was doing was terrible and ruining lives. An article by Vocative from back in 2014 says, "One of the strangest part of the #TheFamily is the control Moore seems to have over his minions, getting them to do absurd things in real life and post pictures of their exploits on Twitter. And some instructions he would make included telling them to put a dirty condom on their friend's face while they slept, lighting hair in their lower region of their body, if you know what I mean, on fire, pleasure themselves and post it, eat feces, tattoo themselves with the phrase, the family, which is what they would call themselves, and many more vile things I'm not going to get into." For some reason, they looked at Hunter as a god, doing anything he would ask, no question about it. According to that same article, Moore's Twitter followers around that time, he had about 8,027 users with #TheFamily in their Twitter bios. Now, 4,346 of those were male, and 1,577 were female, and the rest unknown. While at the same time, 123 users had Moore's handle in their own Twitter bios. But that doesn't even scratch the surface of how much actual reach #TheFamily had. On a single day in July 2013, the hashtag was mentioned nearly 1.5 million times on Twitter. Broken down by state, it was most active in California, Texas, Ohio, Florida, Michigan, and New York. Now, where is he today? Well, he's not really doing much, but here is a clip from an interview he had with R.Dan on R.Dan's YouTube channel. You can watch the full video by clicking the link below.
So some of the allegations and some of the, when you look at the court documents, which is all public information, on the hacking situation, was there any hacking from, I forgot that guy's name, Evans, was it Evans? On Evans, was there any hacking from Evans? Because in the court documents, it has emails back and forth where according to the emails, that there was some awareness of it. So for the girls that were hacked and their pictures were put up on the website, not by them or somebody they knew, if it was from either that guy Evans, or if it got there by you, where do you fall on that for those individuals that didn't willingly get their information out there?
Well, here's the thing. You kind of have to go back in time. There's like a greater context to all this stuff. First of all, I don't even know my co-defendant. And they could, like I told you before in my previous interviews, they were trying to get me. They were trying to say they were taking our servers. They were trying to do anything they could to take me down. My co-defendant, I didn't even remember his name till you just said it right now because I don't know him. He was befriended by a friend of mine's cousin who worked for me because he went to SDSU. We used to go to clubs and we buy pictures from everybody, DJs, celebrities, all kinds of stuff because nudes were the commodity. So for me, my ex-employee, that's just what we did, man. We were just stupid 20-year-old kids. As far as them being hacked, I didn't know they were being hacked until later. That's where the conspiracy came in, is because I didn't report it. I was just like, all right, whatever, this is weird. Let's kick rocks, let's keep it going. And that's how they got me on a conspiracy charge. All my charges are my co-defendant's charges. That's why it's a conspiracy.
Have something you want to include? Let us know in the comments below. I'm Melissa for Breaking News Broken Down.